container.
Then she'll just
grab one of these buckets, put the grain in, bring it over yonder. Right there.
put it right there, and then when she gets here, you just lock her up
Turn her
right
on.
here with this lock. There's a ring right here, and just lock her right on. There she is.
Just lock that ring on right there.
And then when I do to
Keep this cow out of the grain. Give her a little bit of grain too. Over yonder.
give her a little bit of grain over here just to keep her awake. Okay. The first step is to pull these 2 buckets out. These are the ones we use, and they're clean.
2 buckets.
This is our hot water. I usually put this in here to keep this from moving. Just put a little bit of hot water here.
Not very much.
This is hot water. Let's take one of these rags. They've already been cleaned. We'll show you how to clean them in a minute. Just get it hot. Get it wet. Let it sit in there for a second. Put our gloves on. This is the hobble to tie our legs up so she don't kick this. You kind of just push it over to the side like this. Get her to where her feet are in a good spot. This one you bring around her leg. You notice I keep my head away just in case she kicks. I put this tied onto itself, cinch it up. And then I come over here. A cow doesn't normally kick back. They're built to where they can kick really hard forward. So I'm not too worried, but I don't want to get my head anywhere close to her. Because she can kick. If I wrap this around tight like that, now I don't have to worry about it because I got her. I'll go around twice, then underneath, and then tie onto itself like that. Kind of throw her tail out of the way. And then I go around this twice, and then tie onto itself. And then she's not going to worry about me touching her now. She knows she's locked up. Now that we got our hobbles on, we can wash off her teats. We're really washing off the iodine because we had dipped her before we left yesterday. So we're washing off the iodine that should have already sterilized everything. And if there's any manure or anything on there, we're gonna clean it off. So you just grab a teat like this, get it all wet, and just kind of go in a downward motion on each one. After these 2, I'll flip the rag around and go to these other 2. The hot water also helps the milk come down. It helps get her to let the milk down so she'll milk faster. And then after they're washed off, I'll actually milk each teat about 3 or 4 times. Just to get anything out so that when we start milking, it'll be nice and clean milk. There, she's cleaned off. Now we'll take this rag and dry it off. Just like that, just so when we hook the milkers up, we're not getting any stuff on there. You can see how that milk's just perfect for us. This is really important how we're setting this up. Sometimes from sitting there'll be a tiny bit of water, you just dump that out. Last time it was clean. This sets on just like this. This on that side. Set that on. You grab these 2 hoses. There's a big one and a small one. The big one goes at the top of the piston milker, right there at the top. Just wiggle it back and forth till it gets on. And then this other big side goes onto this side right here on the top. And then the small hose goes onto the gauge, this little vacuum gauge right here. And then sits on this top right there. And this is the hose that goes to the milker, to the teat milker. And this is the milk that's coming in, and it's gonna go right on this side like that.
Big one on that one and a little one
on that other side like that.
So the left hoses are these long ones. These hoses are the short ones.
Correct. And then we just finish it by putting on there like that. This side.
Long hose. Those big and small on that.
And that right there. Now just real quick, this is how you run the generator to power this. You have to turn the gas on right here. gas on. If it's really cold, you can put the choke on. I don't think we're gonna need a choke, so I'm not gonna worry about it. But once you have it choked and it starts, you want to turn it on. This is the on button right here, and you want to make sure that the milker is not on before you turn the generator, because if it's trying to pull power, it'll be really hard to start. So on the back side of this, the green button is on and the red button is off. So we make sure it's off before we start the generator. Now when I turn it on, first hit the green button. Usually when I put this on, I can put plugs in here to make it easier. But it's not that hard if you just hold it on the bottom. So I'll show you. I'm going to grab a little bit of this udder butter. It'll help these stick on the teeth. I only need like maybe the size of a pea. Put a little bit of this on each teeth like this. This helps the vacuum not leak. We've already cleaned off the teeth, so it's going to be okay. So go ahead and just nudge it up in there. I'll grab them all four like this. Make sure this is tightened all the way out. Put the back ones on first. Got those two on, come up under and hold it up, put this one on, and then bring this one on as well while you're holding this up. As soon as they all get on there, it'll start to build up vacuum. I can hear them leaking. Sometimes you gotta kind of put your finger in here, help them kind of make sure they're all the way up there. As soon as you see milk coming, you'll know that the vacuum is strong enough to where it's milky. So if we look back at the gauge on the milker, you'll see that when it's in the green, there's one other thing we got to do, because you'll notice how this milk, because there's no air, it's just milk, it's flowing very slow. So what I'm going to do is on this back portion, there's a little thing we turn it a quarter of a turn, just 1/4 of a turn is barely. So watch this milk when I turn that. Now it goes a lot faster. It'll speed up the milk time. You want to make sure that you've got plenty of vacuum pressure before you let a little air to the milk leak. It'll be about 6 minutes for her to completely milk out. While we're waiting for her to get milked out, sometimes we could give her some more hay or something. She's already eaten all of her treats. But we're going to go ahead and clean the rag while we're waiting. Blue soap for the rag. Just a tiny bit of soap. We're just gonna kind of wash this. Get all this. You can see the manure that was on there. Kind of wash it with the soap. So we're about done. It's almost been 6 minutes. You can notice it'll start to slow down, and I'll go over there and kind of shake it a little bit. Sometimes I'll just sit here and just kind of help bring a little bit of milk down. A calf, they like to hit up like this. So sometimes if you hit up like that, so kind of, because I can feel here, there's still a little bit of milk here. Sometimes they won't let everything down, depending on their mood. If they're not as happy, or if they're a little stressed out, if there's a lot of people here that she doesn't know, she won't let all her milk down because she's a little stressed. Right now, we've got most of the milk out. And I'm just going around here. Most of it's coming now, but if I sit and shake it, you can see how I can get some more of that milk to come out. The last stuff that comes out is the cream. You want to get, not really, I mean, it comes out homogenized, but the higher there's more cream because at the end of the milking, there's more butterfat content. The milk comes out homogenized and then it separates, but the fat content at the last stuff that comes out is higher. We want that stuff, that's the good stuff. Okay, she's about milked out, so what I'm going to do is on this right here, I'm going to open this up all the way. Right about there, not all the way to where it falls out, I don't want to lose it in the dirt. But that just releases all the vacuum. I'm just going to pull up to the side like this, and it's just going to fall off like that. Done. So I'm going to take this. I like to swing this around. Okay, something like that. I'm going to turn this off first. You always want to make sure this is off before you turn or start the generator, because you don't want to be drawing power from the generator when you're turning that off or trying to start it. It's really hard on the generator, so you want to make sure that the piston milker is off before you do that. Now that we got her off, we're going to let her go, and the first thing to do is we need to put on the iodine post teat dip, which is this stuff right here. But the bottle's already full. Well, it's half full, but I'm gonna fill it up a little bit like that. And then come over here. And I'm gonna dip each one of these teats so that the next time that we milk, she'll be ready to go. This will kill the biology. It also has some skin conditioners to make sure she doesn't get any cracks on the teats. Again, the reason why is because there's not a calf sucking on her all the time. Those teats can get really hard and raw. And so the iodine teat dip helps get rid of the bacteria. So if she lays down in the dirt, this is going to be a protection against that. And also it's going to help condition the teat. So this is very important. You don't want to forget this, and helps for the next person that's going to milk. They'll be able to, next go around, they'll clean that off. That's what I did when I first got here. I cleaned off all the iodine, and then also made sure that everything was clean before I decided to milk. So that's how it works. I'm going to set this back here. Then I'm going to take her cobbles off. They stay off to the side like this. I take this off like that, and I reach in through here like that and pull off. See how simple that is, the way that I tied it? And then before I take this one all the way off, I actually loosen this one and take it off. Because sometimes when she knows she's going to be loose, she'll try to kick a little bit like that. And that's how I take it off. So, pretty simple way to do it, but for using a rope and not an actual hobble, it's the easiest way to go. And then I just set this back up right there. And then she knows she wants to be done. So I'm just going to let her over there. Tell her thanks boo. Appreciate it. First thing I do is I'm going to take this out, this water out. This is the hot water. I put about a quarter of the way full, and then the rest goes in here. This is my clean bucket that I brought that I had hot water with. And so that's the first thing I want to do. Get my milk out. If you have your jars or something with ice, you want to do that right now and just put it in. But for me, since I'm feeding calves today, see that milk in there? How clean that is? There's almost 5 gallons there. We'll know exactly when we pour it into here. I'm just going to pour it in this bucket. About 4.5 gallons. About 4. Then I'm going to put the lid on. Out of the sun. Now we're going to focus on cleaning, because I'm going to take this fill these up if you did the calves. But for those that are coming to milk, they're just gonna take the milk, put it in their jars and take it home with them. So I'm gonna focus on how you're gonna clean this stuff, because that's very important. You wanna make sure this is super clean for the next guy. So what you do is you take this, it's the UMAC cleaner, it's an acid-based cleaner. So you don't want it on your hands a lot. I'm kind of used to it, my hands are cracked enough. But that's why I have these gloves here if you want to use those gloves. But I'm gonna put it's about 2 tablespoons per gallon. So I've got about a gallon there, so that's about 2 tablespoons right there. And I'm gonna turn this back on just for a second. I'm gonna suck up a little water in through here to make sure because these hoses inside here are hardest to get clean. So I'm just gonna stir it up a little bit, suck up the cleaner in the hose, and then rinse it really quick, and then take it off. And then I'm gonna let these hoses soak inside the bucket, and then for about 5 minutes, and then rinse them to make sure everything gets sterilized and clean. So first thing first, make sure the pump's off. It's off. Start the generator. Back up. I like to mix it up. I should be wearing gloves, but you're really quick. Go into each one of these, go inside each one of these teats, and I'm putting my finger inside here and cleaning it on each one. Once I've done that, I just get the whole thing in here. Loosen this a little bit, loosen that. Turn the piston filter off before you turn the generator off. And so this portion is clean. Now I'm going to take these hoses off. I like to take the small ones off first. You put them in like this so they get totally full of cleaner as you put them in. Snake them in like that. These ones. Sometimes at the end, I'm just gonna let those sit for about 5 minutes. Make sure there's no water in this. Dip this in one more time. That's done. I leave this open so that it can air out. On right there. While I'm letting that rinse sit, I pumped a bunch of cleaner into here. So I'm gonna put this lid on like that, and I'm just gonna shake it. Make sure that there's no milk residue on the sides. Just put cleaner in there. Clean this out right here. Acid-based cleaner is going to eat all the butter fat off. That's the hardest thing to get off. Because the butter fat on milk has a residue. It has to be almost eaten away so it doesn't stay on there. So that's why we're letting it sit in that cleaner. This is basically clean, so we're just going to set that there for now to let it dry for a second while we're cleaning the hoses. Get the cleaner off. Set it in here. Let's pour it on the side here. Sometimes it's good to rinse it twice so you don't get all the soap off these bigger hoses, because the last thing you want is a bunch of soap in there. Let it drain for a second here. Then I just coil it around this bar right here. So I just set it like this. Just coil it around. Down here. So just let it sit and dry there and let that come off too. Hoses. Like that. Now what I'm going to do is to rinse the soap out of the bucket, I'm just going to pour a little bit of this rinse water right into there. Shake it. Dump it out. Do it one more time. This off now, it's all dried. Flip it upside down like this. Pull it this way so that there's a space here to let it air out. You do not want to close it because you want it to be able to air out. So just keep it just like that. And these buckets, just the wastewater. Set them right here for the next cleaning. Gas is off on the generator, everything's unplugged, hoses are drying, everything's clean. Then we're going to take this and shut it. It's pretty important that everything gets cleaned very well. It's not the milk that you have to worry about, it's the airborne pathogens that are in the air that get into the milk, either from debris, whatever. So it's so important to clean everything off and let it dry. And that's why we let it dry in here. Keep all those airborne pathogens off and away from the hoses. That's what you gotta worry about. The cow produces nice clean milk for you. You can see the iodine that's sitting on her teats. It's kind of absorbed into the iodine's kind of absorbed into the teat there, so you can kind of barely see it there. But that'll help protect it until the next time that we milk. Okay, boo, thanks.